the Secret Galaxy Unannounced live stream featuring Mike Kaess,
Some would say one of the best cartoon crotches of all time.
Kate-in-chat,
I don't want to touch the cat pee towels.
and your host, Dan Larson.
Let's open him up and see what he's got.
Starts now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Larson. Thank you all for being here tonight. After a 2-week break from production to shoot our Halloween special and for me to take a little family vacation, we're back to our regular schedule this week. And that starts right now with a live stream featuring 2 of my favorite co-hosts in the world. When he's not influencing me to buy things, I'm influencing him to buy things. It's Mike Kaess. Hi, Mike Kaess.
Hi, that's true. And I kind of hate you a little bit.
We have spent each other's money
That's
quite a
true.
bit.
So many times.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm
It balances
just glad
out.
that it's not a one-way, because in the past, before we were friends, it was a one-way thing. I have Marvel. I never bought one Marvel Legend.
Yeah.
Until you made a video on. It was the, what was it? Red Skull. It was the Iron Man Red Skull.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was like, that is
Yeah.
cool, and I bought that too. And it's your fault. So I'm just dishing it back.
How far down this hole did you go? Do you have a spider ham?
I never got Spider-Ham.
Okay, all right. So it wasn't too bad.
No, it was pretty bad. I've got like 2 cases of them. I think I bought that whole wave actually because I wanted the Abomination as well. I'm like, I might as well.
Was that Abomination? I think
That was the
Monster?
Abomin-
I think it was
the first
Monster Venom,
Abomination.
wasn't it? I think it was Monster Venom.
No, that was Abomination. Listen, I don't know. It was.
Which
It was
Spider
the
Ham
first
are we talking
Abomination.
about?
Oh,
Doing
I'm
her
talking
best.
about- I'm not talking about Spider-Ham. I'm talking about Dr. Doom or the.
Yeah. No, okay, you're right. Yeah, there you go.
Anyways.
Doing her best not to speak with a Canadian accent, which she considers to be the most adorable accent on the planet. It's Kate-in-chat. Hello, Kate-in-chat.
Hello, eh?
Hello,
Taking a
buddy.
boot.
Hey, buddy.
It is a cute accent. It's so fun.
Is it a cute accent, or just had you heard it so much on television and movies and stuff that to hear it live in person in Canada was a unique experience?
It was like watching a TV show. It's like when I used to go to Long Island and I was like, oh my gosh, all of you people talk just like they talk on TV. It was the same thing.
Life imitating art. Yeah. It was fun. And
Except
I'm sure
everybody's heads were not floppy open.
no
They
floppy
didn't-
heads. No.
That was my biggest disappointment when I went as well. Yes. Yeah.
It was fun. So yeah, Kate and I were in family vacation last week in Canada. Went to Niagara Falls, to the Canada side of Niagara Falls, which actually we've been there before. But it was a whole family thing, and my whole family was up there, and it was really nice. And we did the whole Maid of the Mist, the boat ride down under the falls where you get all soaking wet from the water spray and all that stuff. And then we spent a day out in Toronto as well, and we were able to hit a couple of shops, and we'll get to that in a bit. But it was pretty cool to be there. Happy to be back home, though. They gave us our guns back at the border, which was nice. Our guns that we don't even own any guns, and they were just like, here's your gun. Oh, you're headed to New Hampshire? Take 2,
Welcome to America. Here's your guns.
Exactly. Here's your guns and your fireworks, and have fun. Let's take a quick look at chat, see who's here. I recognize all kinds of names. Jason Reichert's here. Hello. Davina Duckworth. Doom Therian. Oh, that's all right. Max Esai. Got Mr. Ryan Clark. Hello. Good to see you. Is that Doc Zen? Doc Shen. I'm gonna go with Doc Zen. DeAndre, we'll go DJ, and then we'll go Yo-Yo Dine Toy Division. We got Dora Laxon's here, Galaga Champ is here, I Am Error, Stephen Fox, and PD. Good to see you. Oh, there we go. It's every time I go to click on one, it advances one
up.
more. I say the next one. Mechadoom is here. Nice haircut, Dan. It's we shot our Halloween special 2 weeks ago. And that was sort of my point of like, okay, I don't need to keep because I don't want to tease anything. I don't want to spoil anything. But as soon as we were done shooting, I shaved to start over, and in 3-4 weeks, I'll be right back where I was, beard and everything. But great to see everybody tonight. Thank you very much for joining us and hanging out. Right off the top of the show, I want to get into plugging a couple of things here. You know what? I did all my show prep, and I don't even have my folder open here. Hang on. Here we go. Earlier today, we announced. Earlier today, we announced that Four Horsemen will actually be appearing at the first ever Secret Galaxy Expo, Sunday, October 20th. Despite what you may have seen on Instagram, I posted the wrong date on my story. So I said October 10th. It's actually October 20th. It's correct in the actual Instagram post itself and on all the thumbnail images like this one. But we're pretty excited to have them involved. So that means both Four Horsemen and Spiro Toys are both confirmed. And I don't know if they've been to this area before. I don't know if anybody's been to this area before. So far up north in New Hampshire.
I certainly haven't.
Well, I'm hoping that changes in October.
We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, Sunday, October 20th. It is at the Factory on Willow Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. This is done in partnership with our local comic shop here, Double Midnight Comics. They're the ones that run Granite State Comic Con, which will actually be happening in September. September. It's 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., $5, and then there's an early bird from 10 to 11 for $10. We're gonna have all kinds of toy vendors and special guests like Four Horsemen and Spiro Toys, and for some reason that's this facility very food truck friendly. That was like a selling point. They were like, you guys want to do food trucks? And we're like, if that's an option, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't we want to do food trucks? So weather permitting, we'll have some food trucks there. We will have some action figures restock on SGO2. We may have some SGO1s, and then we're going to have an exclusive SGX1 figure. Also, limited quantities available for those. And that SGX1, that's the only time you'll be able to buy that one. It is going to be the first and potentially only ever appearance of the Boba set in person, where you can actually look at the entire collection and see that whole thing set up. All kinds of other stuff.
You've never seen so many Boba Fetts in one place.
Not in one place. Not unless you're like one of 3 other people on the planet who may also have a stupidly large collection of Boba Fett action figures. Then this will be new to you. We got all kinds of other announcements that'll be happening. Please, if you're not already, follow me at Toy Galaxy on Instagram, Toy Galaxy Dan on Twitter. We've got a Facebook page that I will actually be posting to. Our Secret Galaxy Facebook page will actually be posting to that. Even though Greg and I hate Facebook, we're going to go ahead and use that because we know the rest of the world actually does use Facebook quite a bit. And then Double Midnight Comics will be promoting it as well. So we are excited.
Isn't that just afternoon? If you double midnight, isn't that just swing it back to afternoon?
I think it definitely qualifies as a 48-hour period for sure. Yeah. Or I guess, it could just be 24 hours and 1 minute. Basically, you're just.
I'll ask them. When I get. Or,
find out. You know what? For all the years I've known those guys, I've never asked them where the name comes from, so I don't know for sure. But hope to see you there if you're in the area or you think you can make it. That would be really fantastic. I'm terrified. I'm terrified about doing it. We've never done anything like that before. But that's one of those things where we try to constantly challenge ourselves and push a little further and see what we can do and what we might be capable of that we haven't done before. And this year it's running a convention of some sort. So, I'll be there as a special guest.
You'll be at your own convention?
I'll be there. Yeah, I'll probably be taking your ticket at the front door.
Is Greg going to be there?
No, aren't you going to be in the food truck? I thought that's what all that.
Are you making food?
I thought that's what all the Hello Fresh practice was about.
Yeah, the Hello Fresh food truck. Yeah,
Secret Galaxy mango tacos.
Yeah, it's
just switch over to Factor 5 like all the other YouTubers. You just microwave stuff. You're good.
Well, we have both. We have both.
Do?
We have Factor as well.
Yeah,
and they're owned by the same company now.
They're owned
This
by the
isn't
same company,
isn't it a spot for them. They pay for this kind of stuff. I'm not
Sorry,
talking about
my
this
bad.
off the clock. Davina Duckworth, actually, there's the way the building is set up. There's like really big food truck windows, so they can pull right up to the windows. If
it's like food truck accessible.
Yeah, they have very good food truck accessibility. Yes. So that's all good. All right. Next up on my list here is let's get over here. Let's do this.
I think that works.
That's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, this is let's Let's fix this. How did I add this last time? Whoops. Mike, do you know how to run all these buttons? I'm going to put you in charge of this.
I do.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want the big one?
No. I got it. I got it. I'm just too much going on here. Too much going on here. This is what I wanted. I didn't want to share the whole window. I just want to share the tab because I've got so many tabs open right now. I'm trying to keep things straight. So I just wanted a quick note here on our shop, secretgalaxy.shop. We have all this merchandise is in stock. This isn't like, a thing where it's print on demand. We actually have all this inventory in our office right now. So we have our regular shirts, but we did just recently get in our new logo shirts. Nice. Which I'm wearing one right now. If you can't see it, it's just got the Secret Galaxy skull logo here on the left chest. We have those available in black and blue. And then we also have our new pins that are just that logo as well. That's all in stock on the website right now. And also we restocked the regular shirts. So if you haven't been able to get one of those, definitely grab one of those. And also we now stock up to 3X, where we previously stopped at 2X. We now go to 3X. So definitely check that stuff out if you're interested. If not, I appreciate you listening to all that anyway. So how's everything else going?
It's good. I mean, I want a shirt.
All right.
I've got a stupid Jurassic Park Grimlock.
No, that's a cool shirt. That's a cool shirt.
It's not a Secret Galaxy shirt.
Well, you have a Secret Galaxy shirt right now.
I actually have
one type or another.
2 Secret Galaxy.
Secret Galaxy or a Toy Galaxy?
I have one Toy Galaxy shirt and then 2 Secret Galaxy shirts. Because I have the red Secret Galaxy shirt that's like, it's like fading. All the stuff's like fluffing off of it.
Yeah.
But then I also have the one with the one behind you, the one with the little poster on it.
These guys, that's the one that's on the website. Yeah. Tobias Montoya says next Dan in the photo booth, dearly missed. Hopefully soon. It's one of those things that I definitely want to do. I've got an embarrassingly large pile of stuff that I've had held aside to do booth videos and kitchen videos, TGHQ videos, and we just haven't been able to get to them. In fact, I still have all of my loot that I picked up from PowerCon last year, PowerCon 2023, that I still haven't gone through because I was waiting to do a photo booth video on it. So that made it's been a while. It's stupid. It's embarrassing. It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Toys.
Yeah, I know, but when it's the whole YouTuber thing where you're like, do I just open it or do I got to make a video? Do I need to make content? Can I just live my life? Like
sometimes it's nice just to be a collector and not a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You can just open stuff. You don't have to worry about it.
It's hard because people send you stuff because they want to share that experience. Like your birthday, right? Like people want to watch you be happy when you open the thing. Oh, surprise, look at this thing I got you. And it's like, there's some cool stuff. And I want to share that with the people who sent it. But it's the finding the time part. Jay Green asks, Dan, can you do a Secret Galaxy on Milton Bradley's robotics? We have covered the show robotics, I believe. And I believe we mentioned the toy in there as well. So check that out if you haven't seen that already. I don't think we'll be covering just the toy since we mentioned it, since we talked pretty much about that in the show itself. Make Yu-Gi-Oh! Porn shirts.
I like there should be different cards on them though. Sometimes some of them are, some of them aren't.
They're very subtle. Yeah.
That would be good. All right, let me see if I can do this quicker this time. Now that I know what I'm doing, share tab. There we go. Bam. Add to stage. Real quick, I just wanted to mention Alpha Magnus, who may or may not be in chat. I haven't seen his name yet. He does show up here every once in a while. Alpha Magnus did a couple of live streams recently, and I felt bad because I was on vacation, so I couldn't participate and I couldn't really share them actively at the time. But he did do a couple of live streams where he is making custom Dan Larson's Darkhawk action figures. So there's part 1 and 2 are up. The figure's not done yet, so I assume there's going to be at least a part 3. So definitely go check that out if you have a few minutes. Even if it's just
he should have you on for that.
Well, I was on vacation. I wasn't going to dial in from Niagara Falls, just to talk about Darkhawk. But this was purely self-motivated. I didn't know he was going to do this, so I'm honored that he did that. And figure's looking pretty good. I don't know if he's going to give it to me or if he's going to charge me for it, but I wouldn't mind owning it when it's done. It's looking pretty cool.
I don't know if you're listening, Alpha Magnet. He just implied that he'd be open to actually purchasing it. So
Yes, and also it doesn't sound like there's a set price. So
right.
I appreciate and respect the skill and time that is put into things like that, and he has documented his process, and so I can see exactly how much time he's put into it and how much thought went into it and how many action figures he cut up to make it.
So you're saying is pay artists for their work? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
So weird.
Yes.
Weird
What a novel concept. Cool. All right. Next up, I would like to also plug Toy Geeks. If you haven't listened to Toy Geeks podcast with Jay Glatfelter from Geek Dad Life, new episodes go up on Tuesday. We've covered Master of the Universe. We've covered Mask. It's a real fun time, and the thing I love about it most is that Jay handles everything.
It's the best.
I show up and talk and tell stories about childhood trauma, and that's fun.
It's like a therapy session.
Yeah, it is basically. So check him out. Geek Dad Life. He usually posts them over there. We post them on Twitter and Instagram as well. So definitely check that out if you have a chance. If you're looking for something to listen to on your long car ride to or from Toronto. Is that the Mike Kaess?
Never.
It's the only one we can
Mike
find.
Kaess. I know for a fact there's two other Mike Kaesses, and one is like a roboticist at like MIT.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I've gotten emails meant for him.
Yikes.
I'm like, I have no idea. I respond like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Mike Kaess.
Yeah, when I pull up the Dan Larsons and it's like real estate guy, dentist, politician, pro ball player. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
The YouTuber guy.
And you're the toy one.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you ever think it's weird when they Google you and they're like, there's some guy in New Hampshire just in
I hope
toys?
so.
Like,
I hope so. Because I'm not going to pull up that guy's legal practice or whatever. The guy's
oh, heck no.
dentist office. Although, if he was local, I'd go. I'd go check it out.
You'd have to.
That'd be fun, right? Like, Pacific Rim was filmed in Toronto. I'd know I'm in this freaking movie. I like Pacific Rim.
What?
I like Pacific Rim. I didn't love 2,
movie.
but 1's a great movie. Yeah.
1 is a great movie.
And I liked the Netflix series. If you haven't seen that one, Into the Black, something like that. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend that. If you're a fan of giant robots fighting giant monsters, definitely check that out. Okay. Next up, I wanted to get into it's pickups. You pick up anything recently, Mike?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I picked up stuff. I picked up some of these little guys right here. These little
yes, the Mythic Legions skeletons, which I also picked up. Those are also part of my. I've got those 2 regular ones, and then this one I put the robe and scythe.
I love that. I love that you did that.
I feel like I'm jumping the gun because this is basically what Necronominus is going to be.
Yeah, or the other one,
yeah.
the Maximilius,
Maxilius or whatever it is. Yeah, the Harvester. Yeah. Machine Man asks, potential custom question: would a Zevos still fit in your collection? I don't know what that means. I have a giant bin of Zevos figures, so I still have lots of Zevos in my collection.
Would they wouldn't go on your shelf though, is the thing. Like they would be
no, I have
Do you?
at least one on my shelf over there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
gotta represent.
Yeah, it's the black raven looking ninja guy with the wings, the giant claws. That guy. He's over on my shelf over there. I can't reach him from here. Sean says, always love your videos. Thanks for all the content. Thank you.
Hey, no, you're welcome. I'll take this one.
Oh, he was probably talking to you. Yeah,
he was talking to me. Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. I do what I can. I did. Last thing here is I did also get this Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
SDCC exclusive.
And throwback with the retro homage box.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same thing we're talking about. Is I haven't opened it yet because I want to do something with it on YouTube. So I don't want to like open it until I'm ready. But I also feel like I should open it to get a handle of what it's like, so I can talk about it. So it's like a weird, like how do I want to go about this?
I have to say, I don't know how long you've been doing this. I've been watching your videos for a very long time. I don't know how long.
So has Sean over there. So again, Sean, you're welcome.
I don't know how long you've been doing the magic release everything from the box. But I appreciate that as a
Yeah.
sort of nod to the T-shirt.
Yes, that's
the
exactly
T-shirt
why I do
application.
it.
Yeah, because you aren't doing the blind boxes really anymore. So
No.
yeah, so it's I appreciate that you carried that over. And see, I watch.
Yeah, I do it when I can. Sometimes the boxes they're too cumbersome to do it properly. Like
too much magic required.
I don't have it. I needed to rest.
Don't spoil the mystery.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, right. But I don't know if I'll do it with this one. Although it'd be funny if I did. I guess I think my favorite was I did it with the destroyer droid, and I tried to get it to roll, but like it just kind of fell flat. And it didn't.
Yeah. Some of them have been pretty impressive because some of them have a lot of stuff in them. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, no, just magic. You know,
somebody help him with
shirts.
That?
Yeah.
Is that everything? That's not everything I got. Okay, so I got the Mythic Legion skeletons. Oh, they Four Horsemen were very kind enough, so they sent me one of the skeletons as a sample, and then they also sent me the Ishkan. I think it was an exclusive, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be available just regular. Premiere, I don't know what you'd call that. Like it was first available at Ishkan. The
like a semi-exclusive, timed exclusive.
Yeah. This is the Tusk Heavy Gunner. Pretty cool. I love this body style. I love the armor with the tubes and stuff. This isn't my favorite colorway of this figure, but it is cool and works nicely with the others that I already have, the red and the blue. And whatever, I'll take it in whatever color.
I like all the Ninja Turtle pictures I've seen with it.
It is very Ninja Turtle-y. It is for sure. Yeah. And I do wish it came with the other head. Like I wish it came with this flatter, wider head instead of just the thinner head. You know, I do prefer this head, and that's the one I have on the red and blue figures. But whatever, it's still cool. I still dig it a lot. And then I also got Jada Mega Man.
How is it?
It's real nice. It's like the Street Fighter figures and the Universal Monsters figures. Everything they're doing is great. Super. Do you want me to enlarge him?
Yeah. If you want to make me bigger, it's fine. I just want to.
There you go.
There you go. You got a little Bumblebee back there. You got a little Hound in there.
Yeah.
And you got a little Grimlock.
Yeah. So he wouldn't be attacking them. It's he would be joining the fight.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Just off screen is a non-gun tank mode Megatron, which you can't see. That was actually canon to Jurassic Park too.
Your shirt is the star of the show tonight.
I guess it was just the next shirt in my rotation.
Well, we're all the better for it. So
good.
Thank you, Mike's. Yeah. Thank you, Mike's drawers.
I hang my shirts up.
Oh, excuse me.
I have too many to put in drawers. I hang them up.
Yeah. Mega Man's real nice. I'm probably going as deep in this line as I am in Street Fighter, which is not very at all. It's super smooth. I loved playing Mega Man 2 back in the day, and maybe that's why initially Wave 1 didn't really, excite me, because the two bad guys were from Mega Man 1, which I didn't really play.
Yeah, I don't care about Mega Man 1 bad guys.
Yeah, so
no one cares about Guts Man. Give me Bubble Man. Give me
Guts
Woodman.
Man. Yeah. Well, Woodman they've shown. Bubble Man, maybe they showed Bubble Man. I think they showed Bubble Man and Woodman, but they haven't shown like Fireman and
Airman, Flashman.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah. So, and I think I played 3 also. I think I played 2 and 3, and then that was it. So it's all good. Yeah. If Victor says if Jada would get Castlevania, that'd be great. I would love them to get Mortal Kombat. Let's go there, please.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're in a fight now.
A war over there. Okay, one person cares about Guts Man.
I also picked up this when I went to the comic shop yesterday. This is the McFarlane Year 2 Batman, the one that came with the giant plastic cape Dio thing, and it's got a little gravestone, whatever. It's clearly someone sold their entire McFarlane collection to my local comic shop, Double Midnight Comics, and this was there. So it's just the figure, his 2 sets of hands, his Batarang, and this wonderful cape. Like, look at this thing. It's fantastic.
So
it's so nice.
I have this Emperor Palpatine who's got just about as floppy of a cape.
I just love the material. It's so This was $10, and I was like, all right, cool. I don't even.
That's a good price.
Yeah, and I actually have the Nightfall Batman is my shelf Batman right now. In fact, my Batman and my Superman are both McFarlane figures, which if you'd ever asked me if that was even possible, I would have said you were crazy. But those are my shelf Batman and Superman right now. And I grabbed this one because I wanted one that I wouldn't feel bad about trying to make some modifications to see if I could then carry those modifications over to my actual shelf Batman, which is Nightfall Batman. So I have already like taken this guy apart and started to carve away at his guts to see if I can get that ab crunch to crunch at all.
Surgery.
But it's real hard. It's real. It's the way it's built. It's just tough to get any.
Do you prefer, what color do you prefer your Batman? Black, blue?
I like the blue, gray, and yellow, but I do like darker than this. So the one I had, the Nightfall Batman, has that darker, blue cowl and cape and stuff. But I wish that this gray was on that Batman. And because that gray I think is lighter than this gray. I want a little bit darker gray, bright yellow symbol, bright yellow belt, and then the darker blue.
Was it a mistake that people think he's blue? Because usually they use blue to highlight black, so you can see, or it's supposed to be black. Like the intention is for it to be black, but they use blue to kind of highlight it against darker colors, and people just took
maybe I would have to go back and look through the years and years and years of Batman comics, because he was very clearly black to begin with,
right? Yeah,
and then became blue over time. I don't know if that's a Super Friends thing, a Silver Age thing. I don't know when exactly that happened, but it was definitely blue by the 60s at least. So I'm probably showing my lack of pre-60s Batman comics knowledge right now, and I don't.
It was literally just a thought I had. Like what? Why is he blue?
Yeah. McFarlane did quite a bit of the Year 2 comic. Yes, absolutely. It was one of his first jobs. But yeah, I dig it. And whatever material this is that this cape is made out of, somebody in chat said it drapes convincingly, and I agree with that. I love it. And then it's got the little snap to kind of keep it in place, on the neck there. It's good. I dig it. But it has all the same limitations of all the other McFarlane DC figures, which is it can't pose for crap.
Well, he's not known. I feel like the articulation points on any McFarlane figure are just there as like token, just to say he has them.
We're about to get to that big time in a second. Hold that thought, Mike Kaess. Next up, I wanted to hit some crowdfund stuff if we can here. The first one I wanted to share here is called Project Wildfire. It's a Kickstarter that's up. It's got 3 days left. This is essentially take a Superman-ish kind of character, put him up against giant kaiju monsters, and that's your very basic core concept for this thing. The tagline here is an inexperienced hero battling monsters on southern streets, as in southern United States. It's a pretty cool book here. I actually did contribute an alternate cover to the series. I don't know when that would actually be rolled out, if it would be second issue, third issue, whatever, but this is more of a collected book here. So definitely go check this out if you're interested in comics, if you're interested in supporting indie comics, if you're interested in superheroes versus kaiju. I know there's only 3 days left here, but I had talked to them about potentially offering my original artwork for that alternate cover as an incentive for the Kickstarter campaign. But I'm not sure if the timing is going to work out on that. But definitely go check it out if you have an interest in comics or indie comics or anything like that.
Yes, this was my first thought, as I just imagined some guy with like a handful of fried chicken beating up Godzilla.
This is Brutal Realm. Man, we are living in the golden age of like naked muscle dude action figures. Like between Frazetta and Savage Crucible and just He-Man being back in big time. Like you don't have to go very far if you want like a 3/4 naked dude in super muscly guy with a sword and shield and whatever else. I mean, the Mythic Legions, it's all out there.
Say less, I'm in.
Yeah. You already sold me.
You had me a naked dude.
But so there is 12 days to go on this one. We're at 140,000 is the goal. Yeah, 58,000 current. I hope this one succeeds. There's some very cool looking characters in here. I have already backed this for, I think I'm in on this guy, the not He-Man guy.
They're definitely not He-Man.
Yeah, definitely not He-Man. I dig the armor. I dig the weapons. I think they've got a pretty cool articulation scheme. This is Cronin, the future barbarian king. Looking pretty cool there. And then this is it's Cronin, not to be confused with Crowman.
Crowman.
Yeah. He's got his cool
Oh, he's got a skull head. That's
skull
cool.
head. Yeah. That's the draw on that guy. And then they got some army builders. They've got their big bad villain, who I think is a stretch goal somewhere in there. But lots of cool stuff. I think they're also going to be doing a comics thing there to advance their mythology and give you something to sink your teeth into if you want that kind of thing. Me personally, I don't care about anybody's mythology. Keep it to yourself. I'll come up with my own stories. Him guy, the most powerful guy on the tri-state area. Well, isn't the Savage Crucible one? Isn't it Who Man?
I think so.
Pretty sure it's Who Man. Yes, I think D Amazing did do some photography. I think they did send him a figure and he did some photography for them. I think also 1/6 Shooter did.
Definitely Trevor did 100%.
Yeah. Next up, we've got this is He-Man and She-Ra fan film sequel Fall of Grayskull 2. The previous film, as it says right here, was done in 2015. I don't know if it's available anywhere. It might be on YouTube. I think I just saw some. So yeah, Simple Tricks and Nonsense. I don't know if that's John or Rebecca in chat there. They might be able to speak better to whether or not the first film is available. But they are both in this. If this gets funded and gets made, both John and Rebecca from Simple Tricks and Nonsense will be in the film. So it's a fan film telling the story. Hordak, Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, all these folks will be in there. It's being made by... Oh, okay, the first film is on YouTube. Thank you. It's being made by Daniel Benedict, who has lots of credits to his name. The first film, and he's also the guy who created Castle Grayskull Man back in the Motu Classics days.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah. 18 days left to go on this one. They're looking to get 250. They're almost at 37,000 here, 201 backers. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, definitely go check that out and see if you can help get that film off the ground before Mattel tries to destroy it. I assume at some point, right?
I mean, I don't know how they're doing it in the first place. I don't know how they got this far, honestly.
I don't know. Like it'd be questions. It'd be one thing if they were like, "Hey, there's no money behind this. We self-financed it. It's just a couple of us in the backyard screwing around on a Saturday afternoon." Right. But to be like, "Yeah, we're going to put tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars into this." If I'm anybody at Mattel, like just the guy working the door, I'm like,
right,
we should do something about this.
Yeah, this is...
Or maybe Mattel is sitting back and saying, all right, let's see what these guys can do. And
I feel like they've tried a couple times to make a movie. I feel like there's always been a He-Man movie coming out for the last 20 years.
Yeah, so maybe they look at this as like, well, we don't have to do any R&D. We don't have to do any... like the costumes look pretty good.
Let them take the risk. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. We'll see. We'll see how much they are really that interested in protecting that IP or doing anything with it. Who knows? Hey, they got the first film made. It's still out there. It's still available. So good luck. Yeah, there you go. It's our prediction too. Once we get close, they'll send a cease and desist. I don't know what the budget was on the first one, but I'm assuming this budget is higher, and that if you were actually able to put that kind of money into it, somebody's going to come a calling, and then you'll just have to change all the names of all the characters and swap some color palettes. All right, next up we've got Haslab Rattler. Currently, I know this is going to be fine, right? Like this is I'm confident all the stretch goals are going to get unlocked, but nobody's talking about this anymore, as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so far the only stretch goal they have unlocked is patches,
which are fine. They're neat. It's not real like get you excited kind of stuff for sure.
I'm not excited. I'm actually thinking about I backed this just just to back it, but I don't know. I might be canceling it. I'm not excited about it.
I still have not gone in on it yet. I intend to, but I have not officially gone into it yet because I'm still looking at my current G.I. Joe vehicles and wondering how far this vehicle path I want to go. Like I think I said this last time. It's really, these Haslabs are more about, I just want the experience of it.
Sure.
I just want to open the thing. I want to check it out. I
Yeah.
want Wild Weasel. I need to have Wild Weasel in my collection. And if this is going to be the only way to get Wild Weasel, I got to get Wild Weasel. He's one of my
Wild
favorites.
Weasel and sell the rest. Hopefully, someone wants a Wild Weasel-less
Yeah.
Rattler.
Well, yeah,
second Rattler.
wouldn't you? Because
Yeah.
if you're putting together a whole collection, if you're building a Cobra Air Force, you only need one Wild Weasel.
It's
right?
true.
Throw another named character in the cockpit of the others.
I mean, it comes with it'll probably unlock the Baroness.
Yeah. Like I said,
Or
I'm
the pilot
totally
Baroness,
confident
yeah.
that this is gonna. In fact, I feel like this one, it's just the process of the Haslabs. It's making
sure.
sure that
Yeah.
people who could potentially support it have enough paychecks cleared, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only reason this campaign is this long.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like they could have put this up for a week, and it would have fully funded in a week.
They really should have like payment options. Like so many places, it doesn't come out for a year.
Yeah, I agree.
Like after it ends, you still have a year of waiting. There's no reason they couldn't have like payment options. Like if Sideshow Collectibles can do it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh man, this Wild Weasel looks so good. Love the helmet. Love the cracked
It
helmet.
does look good.
Such a good looking figure.
I just don't know. I just don't have room for it. Like I don't know where I'm gonna put the Dragonfly when I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks really cool. And I'm torn. I'm sort of half in the camp of it looks too much like the vintage.
Sure.
But then I'm also in the camp of, well, yeah, it better look like the vintage.
Yeah.
So like, what do you want? I can't be pleased,
You're just not gonna be happy no matter what.
No, exactly. I'm ready to be miserable. So I've spent my whole life training for this.
Yay!
I do like that the wings can like fold up.
Yeah.
Like on an aircraft carrier, which it
Exactly.
wouldn't be on, but why not?
Yeah. It'd be on the helicarrier thing, the
Yeah.
Cobra airship.
I do like all the lights. I like that it has like swappable panels for battle damage, which is neat.
Yeah, I think if it's tough, like, is there another named Cobra pilot? The only one I can think of is Wild Weasel. There probably were. Actually, now that I say that, I'm not sure. All the named pilots are on the Joe side.
I can't think of any.
Yeah, no. But I'm confident this is going to fully fund. There's no excitement right now just because it's in this long funding period, and it'll come back around.
Good
Jay
night,
Riker,
Jay.
thank you very much for hanging out for a
Night,
bit.
Jay.
Go catch a nap. It'll come around. It's fine. All right, let's get into this one. This probably has a little bit more to talk about here. Medieval Spawn coming up on Kickstarter. You and I both backed the first one.
We did. I got caught up in the FOMO of the it was a big thing. It
was.
Spawn's coming out. He's doing an updated version of the original Spawn, and it was really popular. I think it funded in like a day, less than a day.
Oh, I think it was far exceeded their expectations
Yeah.
as far as how many people were going to back it, and the constantly adding more incentives, constantly adding more accessories,
Yeah.
and
Now we're getting real chains
versions.
instead of
Oh yeah, all
plastic
that.
chains and-
Yeah. I will not be backing this one. I'm not that interested in Spawn, honestly. It's for me, my shelf Spawn. I say that I don't even think I have a Spawn out on my shelves right now. If I had a
Spawn is no Spawn.
Yeah, if I had a
No
Spawn on the
Spawn.
shelf right now, it would be the Mortal Kombat one. I thought that Spawn was great. It had everything I wanted from a Spawn. And I even bought, so I have the Mortal Kombat one. I got the version that came with the sword. And then there's the more comic looking one. I grabbed that one as well, and that one's cool. So I have those two, and then I have the Kickstarter one, and I'm fine with those three. And then since then, I don't think I've bought any other Spawn figures, and I have no interest in buying any other Spawn figures. So I think it's neat that they did finally get back to doing this, updating those sort of original figures, regular Spawn and now medieval Spawn, and the detail on it looks incredible.
I mean, it's been 4 years since the last Kickstarter, right? And
I don't remember.
I think it was 2020.
Well, we saw it at
Oh, that's right.
2020. So
that's right. Yep.
It would have been.
Yeah, because I got it in 2021. I got it like right before I started my new job. So I feel like it's been a long time, but I have no interest in medieval Spawn, like zero interest.
Yeah, and there's not even, the look is so specific that I can't even like really cross it over into the other lines.
Yeah, I was thinking, I could put it on my Mythic Legion shelves, but like I don't think it'll match. Yeah. It's
fine. It's cool. I bring this up. I bring this up because I will be watching the show. Sure. I will be following this campaign and reading all the comments and seeing what people are saying about it, because the last one was a pretty big shit show too.
It was fun. And it was fun to watch.
I'm just so curious to see if we're going to see the same sort of comments about this figure as that figure, because I think there's more articulation on this one than that figure had initially.
Well, I noticed this one doesn't have the sculpted like chest twist.
It doesn't have a pre-posed aspect to it at all. No, it is definitely more just straight ahead.
People did not like that.
No, and people hated that cape.
Well, it was supposed to come off. Like every video you watch is taking it off, and then I get it in hand, and you can't take it off.
Yeah, I just don't know why it needs to be a Kickstarter. Because all that money comes in, and then he can just wait, and he's got all that money sitting in his bank account.
The first one I understood. The first one I understood because you didn't know, like, you didn't really know how it was going to do. You didn't know the demand that was going to be there. But I feel like after the first one, you don't need to test it out.
Yeah, I mean, if this is just sort of a made to order kind of thing.
Yep.
Where you don't really know what the market is for it. And this way through Kickstarter, you know exactly how many to produce, and you don't need to overproduce that, and you just ship them out and you're done. And, I don't know. But like I said, for me, it's really more just about, I just want to follow the show and watch this campaign and see where it goes. Are there enough people who drop off from the first campaign that this one won't perform as well, or are we going to see just as many people involved as before, or new people, or whatever? I don't know. We're going to see. That's the magic of following the show. That's what I'm excited for.
Sure.
Ryan Dole, welcome to the show. Good to see you. I love all the magnetic armor to swap around. That's a nice touch. I don't think I knew it had magnetic armor. I think that's interesting. I haven't read any of this. I just I looked at the
can't
pictures.
Even read, honestly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right here, magnetic accessories for easy customization. Nice.
That's neat.
That is.
I like
neat.
it when my Hot Toys have magnets to hold stuff on.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you still have your Kickstarter Spawn?
I do. I keep thinking I should sell it, and it's not worth anything. Like nobody wants to buy.
Is it worth at least original price? I haven't looked it up because I don't mind mine. I like it. It's fine.
I go on like eBay and they go for like between like $40 to $60 last I checked, which is less than. I think just so many people bought it. Like so many people bought them with the intent to resell them because of how popular it was going to be. It just saturated the market.
Yeah.
Is there a correlation between a like Spawn #1 comic there?
As far as what value?
Yeah, just so many people bought it, and
probably.
It certainly hasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had deleted the folder for our whole next segment. I was like, wow, this is gonna be a short live stream. We're out because I just deleted like 200 photographs and we got nothing else to do. Yeah, it was definitely a speculator kind of thing where there are different versions, 4 different versions. Look like they're going to do the same thing here, where there's 4 different versions of the figure. and this has an autograph, that has an autograph, whatever else, I don't know. I'm still can't believe that people still find value in autographed stuff. Just I don't even care who it is, but the abundance of autographed stuff that's out there, it's just like, I don't know. It's weird to me.
Yeah, it would have to be someone specifically that I just really, really like. And I couldn't even think of anyone off the top of my head that I would want an autograph for on like a toy.
Yeah. So, but I'll definitely, like I said, I'll be watching the show. It's more about the entertainment value of that campaign and what happens with it and how that affects. Because the overall story of crowdfunded stuff right now is in an interesting spot. Hasbro still seems to be doing pretty well with their GI Joe stuff, Transformers, Star Wars. Well, maybe not Star Wars. Vintage collection, Star Wars.
Vintage collection.
Black Series.
Well, even then, that didn't fully fund the Cantina. Like they missed the.
That's true.
The last one.
Yep.
So
and then Mattel currently in purgatory, in limbo with the snake lair. Not sure.
I think that was a smart decision on them. I think if they had gone ahead and launched it, it would have been just a waste of money. I don't think it would have.
I would love to know. I would love to know if they'd launched it, what would have happened, if it actually would have gotten funded, but just at like a minimum level and last day, just dragging across the finish line just to get the minimum sort of thing going. Or if it wouldn't have worked, who knows? We won't know now.
I feel like, why I don't understand why they would go with something that big and that costly after Eternia. I mean, it funded, but like it didn't fully fund. It didn't like skyrocket.
Sure.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't think it didn't hit all its unlocks, right?
It didn't. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't get I think they included the early bird as like oh, sorry, we'll include it now, kind of thing. But
yeah,
like, man, I don't know why they go. Let's try it again with something that no one's ever cared about or seen before. Like, they just making stuff up.
Kyle from Super 7 was on. I don't know if he was on Geek Dead Life or Toy Anxiety, but he was on one of those two shows. And they asked whichever show he was on, asked him what he thought. Just guessing, because Super 7 has done their own crowdfunded stuff. The Cobra Airship, the Thundercats Lair, and they asked him what he thought, just off the top of his head, that Mattel might have spent already just to get that snake lair to the point where it is now. And he said it was easily in the tens of thousands of dollars just to get that thing produced to that level.
Dang.
To display at Comic-Con for 70% of the Masters of the Universe fans to go like, nah.
I mean, it's better to lose tens of thousands of dollars than more than that by
I
buying,
guess
buying
tens of thousands and one
campaigns. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a campaign.
Well, it's possible that by spending that tens of thousands of dollars that they just guaranteed a better return when the actual item comes out, because instead of going forward with the one thing that everybody was like, it's not for me, or it's not really what I wanted, they're going to go back to the drawing board and maybe they'll actually make money from this one.
Well, that's what I'm curious to see, is if they're going to just modify what they currently have out there, or if they're literally just going to go back to scrap, back to formula. See if they do that. They go all the way back to step one. All right, drag that drawing back out. That's what they want. Let's see how we can charge them $600 for it.
I didn't know anything about it until I went to the toy panel that like Jay was modding and stuff, and all the Yes Have Some podcast guys. But it seems to me, if it's not what they vote, that graphic they voted on, like no one really wants it in general, and that graphic they voted on is nothing like what they're giving. So I don't know how.
No, and somebody, I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram, I saw that somebody out there did a mock-up, a 3D mock-up, 3D sculpted thing of their version of that concept art, and it looked pretty cool. Sure. I was never interested in it, regardless of what they made, how it looked, or anything. Again, this is one where I'm just following it for the show, for the entertainment value. and how it impacts crowdfunding and all this adult collector stuff in general. So I'll be curious to see where that goes. And I don't know if Ramen's working on anything.
Get Ace from Ramen Toys over.
I'm surprised he hasn't already posted something about it. Like, so anyway, we'll see where all that goes. It's all very interesting, fun to watch for me because I have $0 invested in any of it. And even if it was exactly what it was in the drawing, I wasn't going in on it anyway.
Oh yeah, same.
I don't really do vehicles, and I absolutely do not do play sets. So keep that stuff. And yes, as Mr. Ryan Clark says, I do not collect Motu. So there you go. Okay, so yes, Kate and I were in Canada last week, and while we were there, we had family obligations and stuff. But while we were there, we also wanted to see if we could hit some toy stores. So because we're in the Toronto area, we asked around, said, "Hey, where should we go?" And did some searching of our own, and we ended up at Treehouse Collectibles in I think it's just right in Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah. And this had also come highly recommended by Mr. Ryan Dole, who may or may not still be in chat. He is still in Canada as far as I know, but I don't know if he's still in chat. He might be.
He's just on the wrong side of Canada.
Yeah. It turns out Canada is a very large country.
It's like so big.
Yeah. Being like, "Hey, I'm in Canada right now. You available?" Is
right, exactly. Let's get coffee.
It's like someone landing on the East Coast of the United States and being like, "Hey,
it's literally
Mike, come over here." Yeah, it's
Mike,
the same size.
you're in America, aren't you? Why can't we hang out?
Right, exactly. But I got a passport. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. There are literally parts of America that are further north, but can't you come over and meet me? So yeah, this is Treehouse Collectibles. That is in I have their business card right here. It's East York. Oh, this says Ontario, not Toronto. Sorry.
Toronto is a city in Ontario.
No.
Okay, I don't know these things. I'm American, all right. I barely know my own country.
Ontario is a province. It's like a state.
Right.
Whoa, slow down. All right. What are you, the prime minister?
Kinda.
Apparently I pronounced Toronto correctly. Good stuff. Yeah, so this is Records, Collectibles, Comics, Toys, and they had all of those things. Toronto is in Ontario. Thank you. I'm learning. I was there, but I didn't know. They didn't have signs that specifically said, "Here, idiot." Here's the geography. This is the first time, one of the only times I've ever seen the Big Bad Beetleborgs playset.
It was awesome. I wanted it. It was so cool.
Yeah. For $350,
it was neat.
For $350, you can join him.
Very heavy.
4 spooky friends at the Hillhurst house. I was more interested in the Switchblade and that Go Lion behind it. That's all good stuff right there. I don't know what this is. Any idea what that is? It's kind of a mess. I don't know what it is though.
It is a mess. It's junk.
I'm looking. I don't know what it is. We'll see if anybody in chat knows.
It's $20.
It's like a cockpit. Is it maybe?
I don't know. Like I want to. There's nothing Transformers that ever had like rope like that. Yeah, I don't know. No idea. But yeah, $20. It says it's missing.
Says Zoids.
I don't think it's Zoids. Again, nothing. They never had anything rope. It's got rope.
Yeah, it's got rope. That is weird.
It says broken. It's definitely broken. Nope. Seth MacFarlane says Zoids.
No,
I don't know.
Seth MacFarlane.
Sorry, Seth MacFarlane. Looks like the rope, guys. Here to the right of that, Power of the Force, a Millennium Falcon, and a vintage Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
And then I don't know what this is back here. What's going on there? Biggest is that Metroplex? That's probably
Metroplex. Yeah, it's 100% Metroplex.
Right. I was like, I'm gonna see stuff in these photos that I didn't actually see while I was there. Be like, shoot. This was their they had a flag here with a full deck of all kinds of G.I. Joe vehicles and apparently some WWF figures.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those go to scale on the flag. Giant wrestlers.
Bobby Orr. I know Canada loves their hockey. I was surprised to see a Boston Bruins figure there in the home of the Maple Leafs. Here we've got all kinds of we got Super 7 stuff. We got Legends of the Dark Knight Batman figures back here. Some
Nice.
ID4 complete with 3 1/4-inch floppy disks.
Awesome.
Yeah. Shadow figures. This was all the
Shadow.
stuff. Like I was buying all this stuff back in the 90s for sure.
Oh, for sure.
It was good. It was the best that we had. What are you gonna do? I did not get any of the Pee Wee Herman stuff. I've never been into that line. Although they did, and I think I took a picture of it. We'll see if I have the picture in here. They did have the playset in the box, Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, that
That's
thing
an
was
impressive
awesome
piece.
too. Yeah.
Star Force from Leonard's The Core. The Core.
Definitely, we have G.I. Joe at home.
Yes.
I do have these figures though, and as far as like the core is concerned, these are actually some pretty cool looking guys. They're not bad, but I'm not $25 a piece for me.
No,
for me,
I could get a real G.I. Joe for that.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know that. Bobby Orr's from Ontario. I didn't know. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. 10 million parsecs. I actually have this model kit. If it hadn't been, I can't see the price tag there, but I think it was like $75 or something. If it hadn't been that much, I probably would have bought this because the box art is fantastic. I love that ship.
You can just display the box for sure.
Yeah, the ship is so nice. And I have a kind of unpainted, put together version of that ship that I really should finish it sometime and paint it up nice or get somebody to paint it up nice for me and put some lights and stuff in it. But it's a really cool set. I mean, I'm guessing this is also the Canadian box because it has L'Avion de Combat so large.
Oh, you didn't watch Buck Rogers' L'Avion de Combat?
I did not know.
Oh.
This was a little box on the floor.
Tapes? No way.
What the cassette tape?
I wanted
Scorpion.
these so bad. I wanted
Kate
to
did
buy
well.
them.
The Pogue? Oh, man.
Yeah, she wanted the Mr. T experience. Making things
Crisscross?
Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to.
No, but the best thing, so there was that, I mean, that Scorpions, that's like,
oh, Scorpions is great.
Yeah. But that was like a Bare Naked Ladies
demo
or like a bootleg demo. Yeah, totally.
About this whole thing.
$50.
I wanted it.
Yeah, we didn't buy any of them, but it was neat to see that. I don't even think we own a device that can play a cassette right now.
My car could.
Oh, does it really?
No,
I don't think it does. No.
No.
Beat up Star Wars guys, $5 each. Here's your Death Squad commander with no head.
It's my favorite one. That's actually movie accurate.
Yeah. These guys are just rough. Han here got a haircut.
Got chewed up. Oh man.
Yeah. He's seen better days. There's at least 3 Lobots in there.
I was gonna say that's a lot of Lobots.
3. Yeah. Couple of
no Bobas.
4 Lobots. Holy cow. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Farm Boy Lukes. Wow. And that case is actually not bad. It's the vinyl's cracked, but it is an Empire case, and I've always loved that case. Obviously, it's got the bounty hunters on it. Just a nice looking case. Got a Ghostbusters ghost popper back there, hiding under the shelves. Then a bunch of cool stuff here. I really liked this Erdl. Ugh, I love that. When that movie came out, that Batjet design, Batwing, just so good. And I never got this one. It was actually pretty big. This Voltron water laser. I don't know what's going on. This thing.
What?
It has a concealed crank on the side.
That's what I look for in a water laser.
So there's
Where's the concealed crank?
It's right here. You can see it. It's not that concealed.
It's not concealed.
This reminds me there's a Cards Against Humanity card that the answer is like a super soaker filled with cat pee, and that's like all I can think of with my
What else would you put in there? You gotta put cat pee in there.
Well, I gotta replace Kate's audio
Yeah.
soundbite on the open now. A super soaker filled with cat pee. Perfect. I got one of those Earl Norham Masters of the Universe magazine pull-out posters there. It's in kind of rough shape, but cool to see it on the wall. All the
There we go.
Joes. Yeah, all the Joes. Also some Dino Riders guys there. This I think is from Gabriel Lone Ranger, maybe, or it's from Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. I don't know who this is though. Anybody recognize that one? No, $3.
I don't recognize it.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know who this is on the end either. Looking like Mike Myers.
It's Captain Kirk then.
That could be. The rest of that is definitely all Joes. Yeah, all Joes there. Actually, who's over here? Oh, this is all Star Trek stuff.
Oh, those are the Gloob ones, I think.
Yeah. Enchantress from Suicide Squad. Oh, okay, that's a modern figure.
Oh,
That's why it's $3. Oh. Good catch. Is that Burt Reynolds? No, it's not.
I mean, it could be.
Could be. Converters, Avarians, Defenders of the Earth. I actually have 2 of these 3. I don't have the peacock, the one in the middle. I have the bat, and I have this like falcon, hawk.
Do they
whatever it is.
combine?
No, they do not.
Then I don't care.
But that's a pretty cool box with some pretty cool box art on it.
Yeah.
And kudos, props to Converters for going somewhere that Transformers never dared to go and putting a peacock in their line.
That's true.
Yeah. Sweet 12-inch Power of the Force.
I love that dewback so much.
So
It's
good.
so cute.
It was on my fridge forever.
Yeah, it was.
You had a 12-inch dewback on your fridge?
Yeah, in my first apartment, it was one of the only places. I basically had toys everywhere there was a flat surface. So on top of the fridge was a bunch of 12-inch figures. I had like Dooku was up there, the Jedi, the speeder bike, the dewback. They were all up on top of the fridge. Got some Kenner Aliens, some more Joes. This incredible Japanese boxed. What's his face from Tantrum? I don't know.
I don't know what his Japanese name is, but
let's see.
Is that Scrap Iron?
This is Scrap Iron. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could read the
behind.
character's name on the box here.
Right,
because I've been
Japanese.
doing my Duolingo.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like I just have more space now. Although
I literally like every single flat surface was toys
Yeah.
in the bathroom, in the living room, in the front room, in the kitchen. Like, and I put in extra flat surfaces just to put toys out. Some Cops and Crooks. I never got into this line. It's never been a line that I collected.
I like the cartoon. I never got any of the toys.
Yeah, same. I was definitely big into the cartoon, especially the opening.
Yeah, the opening's great for sure.
Yeah, but Canadian is flawless. I'm not your friend, buddy.
In this particular toy store, first of all, these people were so nice. Like,
so nice.
Oh my god!
Like even beyond Canadians are nice people.
Yeah,
like,
no. Like, because I have some very specific questions that I ask every time we go into a toy store, which I'm sure Dan will get into it. But like, these guys were just so ridiculously nice, and I'm always asking if there's other toy stores around and if there's any thrift stores, anything like that. And they were just accommodating and kind. But before I started talking to the folks that were working there, I got to hear somebody say something along the lines of, well, would you chuck out this A How
Well,
hi
would you
there,
check out
friend,
this, eh?
to
Yeah.
a thing. Like he was
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to a figure. He was like going through a box of stuff and he was like, "Oh, would you check this out, eh? Hi there,
Yeah.
friend." Like
Yeah.
to whatever the action figure was that was in this box. And I
Totally.
was
So-
just dying.
Can
and
you
so
be
happy inside.
stereotypically Canadian?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it was
doing the thing,
amazing.
He's doing it.
I love it. He did it for me. I know that.
Totally. We got some plush Fraggles. I think they're puppets, right? I think some of them are puppets. I don't know if they're
Some of
dolls
them
or
are
puppets.
puppets.
Red definitely looks like a puppet there, but I'm not sure about the others. This is weird looking Brandon Routh Superman. I don't love that. I think that's the brand new McFarlane DC Superpowers Wonder
Yeah, it
Woman's
looks like it,
Invisible
for
Jet.
sure.
But this, oh man, this Starcom ship. Always love that thing. Didn't have it new. I bought somebody's collection years later and was able to get it, and always love that thing. So cool. Just so much play value, so many mechanisms, so many cockpits and seats and hidden stuff and wings that fold around. Good stuff. A whole shelf of Micronauts. Another line I never really got into.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed until I think I was reading Toy Fair in like the late 90s. And I'm like, because they kept referencing Micronauts and having Micronauts pictures. I'm like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah. And an Italian friend actually say, Mamma Mia.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, exactly. Because they, or when my grandmother would say Gesundheit, like, and she
Have a
would
good night,
like-
Cisco dear.
like, yeah.
It's like Cisco Deer. Like how well
Deer,
do you know Cisco?
D-E-E-R.
Yeah.
Have a
Bye,
good night,
dear.
Cisco, my love. Yeah. We got some masks, some Jason Wheeled Warriors, some Sectars,
Yeah,
some
look at
this guy back here, Star Ears. I actually had this one for quite a while and didn't know what it was. Very rare in the back package trash bag bunch on card back there. And then a Dakin $80 Smokey the Bear.
Nice.
I assume because he comes with his shovel. Do we need to make Mike big now? Because he's got a cat.
Hi,
Say hi.
Kaden girl.
Next cabinet was Masters of the Universe. Not a huge display here, just a couple of things. And then a ridiculous collection of boxed Super GoBots with some of the less common ones. You see Bug Bite, you see Warpath, Hair Fiend, but you don't see Spy Eye very often. Yeah, you don't see that one too often. Love the old price tag, as is $4.99.
Do they honor that?
No, I think they wanted the I didn't even look to see what these were. I think I have Bug Bite, Hair Fiend, and Warpath, and Space Sea. I don't think I have Vamp or the Spy Eye. I would grab them if I saw them loose, good condition, reasonable price, for sure. I have no issue with GoBots. I love GoBots, and I really love the Super GoBots. Good stuff. Very small assortment of Ninja Turtles. I think there's more later on. And then we've got some Palisades Muppets, a fantastic collection. Ended far too soon, but hopefully NECA's new Muppets line will be able to cover all that and then a little bit more. We'll see. We didn't pick up any of these because we either already have them currently or they were versions that we just didn't really think we needed to have again. Like this superhero scooter. Didn't really feel like we needed to get that one again. It was something we had already moved out of our collection. Here's a whole
goodest cat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's such a good girl.
When she wants to be.
whole bunch of Star Ears, including stuff on the card. Yeah, Palisades did a lot of good stuff. I miss their Resident Evil figures. I mean, they still exist, and I still have some of them, but good stuff.
Palisades doesn't exist, though.
No.
I mean, but like, yeah, it's not like everything they made disappears when they go out of business.
No, yeah.
It all crumbles into dust.
It just disappears. You kill the mothership, and all the drones die. Yeah. We got Power Lords. And then just a mishmash case full of all kinds of stuff. Got some Silverhawk
too.
stuff. What's that?
I'm a mishmash case full of all kinds of stuff.
Got
Goomba?
Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Goomba.
Still doesn't look anything like what you got in the movie. It's too buff.
Yeah, no.
Like
This guy, I think this guy is one of what they call them, like the bad guys, I think they were called, and they were just like generic villains that you could buy, 4-inch scale bad guys that you could buy in like multi-packs to use against your other 4-inch action figures. I think that's who that is. You got
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. You got a couple of Clash of the Titans, Biker Mice from Mars, and then Mego, Planet of the Apes in the back here. That's Bluegrass is the Silverhawk that couldn't fly. He piloted the Mirage.
That's right.
And played the cool electric guitar. Are there any toy lines that you guys thought were amazing when you were younger, and as an adult you realized they're not that great? Jason the Wheeled Warriors ?
Most
Thoughts?
of them, actually.
I do remember a tweet that you posted at one point. We talked about on one of our episodes here.
We did, and I still hold to that for the most part. Like, if you were like, "Hey, Mike, here's a G1 1983 or whatever Optimus Prime," or here's like the Studio Series 86 Commander one, I'm gonna choose the one that actually looks like what we had in the cartoon, that has like better articulation and all that stuff. Like, the old one kind of sucks, and I stand by it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, it's hard to separate the nostalgia from the quality of the thing, because at the time it was amazing. And I would put like Toy Biz X-Men and Power of the Force 2 Star Wars figures in there. Heck, I would put original Star Wars figures in there and say, like, it's the nostalgia that drives so much of the love for those things.
Sure.
And that if you tried to sell me a 4-inch Boba Fett today with 5 points of articulation, if I had never seen an action figure like that, of course I would be like, well, this is crap. Every modern Transformer I have is better than every vintage one, unless that's the aesthetic you like. If that's the aesthetic you like, then yeah, you're never going to top it. So I don't know that there are many, like, I don't have any more of my, most of my Toy Biz Marvel figures, those are long gone. I'm never going to replace those. I have a few of the key ones that I did really like. Same thing with pretty much every vintage line. Like, I'm not a completist on any vintage line. They're just individual pieces that I like. So, I can't think of a single line that I really thought was great, but now I think is not. It's like, I still like it for the same reasons I liked it back then. Battle Beasts have 2 points of articulation, but I still love them as much today as I did then. Another miscellaneous case, some Brave Star, some Centurions, Big O. Yeah, Big O. Yeah, some Dungeons and Dragon, including the regular articulated figures, and then the weird non-posable PVC. They look like knockoffs.
They do look like knockoffs.
They look terrible. Like, even then I thought they looked terrible. I think this guy is from Bucky O'Hare, the back over here. And then of course that's Great Mazinger, Shogun Warrior figure. And then I don't know who this dude is on the left, just some generic looking guy.
He's $10 man.
Yeah. Please let me join Centurions. I need to make something myself. Yeah.
I could be Power Extreme. Or what's one down from Extreme? I'll be Power Superior or something.
He's ready to be the blonde-haired white alpha male guy, leader of the team for whoever will have him. Yes, Blinky from Bucky O'Hare. So yeah, I did not buy this one, even with currency exchange rates favoring the US dollar. That was still a little more than I wanted to spend.
I think that'd be close to like $80 still.
Something like that. Yeah. It was still a little steep for me. And we have found that
it's a good, like, the paint on that's good though.
Well, that's why he's $100. Yeah.
Yeah. That is
with his gun.
Yeah.
Reese over here with his hockey mitts.
He does have hockey mitts. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. I would love for Hasbro just to be like, you know what? for the rest of this calendar year. For 2025, all we're doing is all the aliens we haven't done.
I would love it.
Give me that Reese,
Love
give me
it.
that Squid Head, give me all those
Love it.
guys, Snaggletooth, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, do it. That would be great.
What do you have a fet that nice in your collection?
Oh yeah, lots of them.
Okay,
For sure.
All right,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Definitely.
I don't know if there's like a collection of beaters.
Why, you got one that I need?
No, I just was
Okay.
curious.
I absolutely do, yes. Some more vintage Star Wars, including the diecast micro Falcon there. A bunch of other guys here.
That's a figure we need. We need a Gonk droid in the Black Series right there.
Oh yeah, they
It's
haven't done that. Yeah.
Ridiculous that we don't have a Gonk droid.
Seriously.
Especially with the Gonky in
Oh yeah, for
Bad
sure.
Batch.
Yeah, definitely. Give me some FX7 too.
Oh, for sure. Definitely need FX7.
There's a lot in this picture they haven't done. No,
Yeah, 8D8, the
Yeah.
Nikto.
Nikto,
I
Weekway.
want a Ponda Baba that looks like that. I want a Walrus Man.
I gotta believe they're gonna
figure,
do
you know?
it. Yeah, they have to.
Give me a Kenner Colors Walrus Man.
Yeah. When was the last time they did anything in that sub line? The Cantina guy?
Oh, it was the
The Cantina Obi-Wan, I mean.
no, those weren't even Kenner Colors. No, it was the Admiral Akbar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Miscellaneous GoBots, and well, I guess most of these are GoBots.
I think the what is it? Is it Scoops? Is that the forklift's name?
This guy up here. Forks?
I think Forks. That was it. Fork,
Yeah.
because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I think he might be one of my favorite GoBots, honestly. Like just
yeah.
the way he transforms and stuff. It's just it's nice.
No Gonk Droid, no Carson Teva. What are they even doing over there? Not
It's a
even
great
paying
question.
attention. Yeah.
Great question, Mr. Ryan Clark.
Yep. I love this guy, Waterwalk. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
I thought he had a great robot mode and a great vehicle mode.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
you ask for from those things. I remember seeing these monster GoBots and just thinking like, what? I don't even understand that. It was like it had the same effect on me as like Beast Wars did, where I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't look
They're not
anything,
robots.
yeah.
It's just some alien monster thing. Some Super GoBots there. Next case, we have Nintendo, McFarlane stuff back here. Actually, is that even McFarlane? No, that's not McFarlane. Those are the DC Collectibles ones.
I think the GoBots firing lasers with their hands was because there weren't guns in the line.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
They just wanted a way to fire it, so they didn't have to like reanimate stuff.
For sure.
But yeah, it was definitely to save money. Absolutely.
Some Marvel Legends, including a couple from the movie era. We've got more Marvel Legends. More Marvel Legends.
So many Marvel Legends.
And some random stuff in there. Smash of the Universe Classics. And this whole case was just all 4-inch Star Wars, and that's all. That's mostly Power of the Force 2 there.
Look at those old Leias. Look at those buff stormtroopers up there. Oh man,
you got the Anthony Kiedis Princess Leia there.
Oh man.
Oh god, what a time to be alive that was.
I want that Leia, and that's one of my number one wants in the Black Series is that red gown Bespin Leia.
Oh, this one back
right
here.
There. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. Oh, he's got his legs off.
I was gonna say, who's the guy back there with?
I think that's Ketwall, because he actually his feet
That's
actually are here.
Yeah,
and his legs are like prosthetics or something to make him taller.
He also, I think he could turn his head around and he becomes like a different character too. So
Okay. Yeah.
Two different characters. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Shadows of the Empire swoop bike. Oh man.
I hated that thing when it came out. It just didn't feel like Star Wars to me. It just didn't look like Star Wars to me.
The writer, the pilot didn't, but the swoop bike, I loved the swoop bike.
I don't know. Very Fisher Price to me. I don't know.
That's fair.
Didn't work for me. But I think mainly it was that giant missile. Take that giant missile off, and maybe
I agree with that. Yeah, the missile was definitely it was like a play feature. Like they leaned too far into that. Oh, Porkins!
Yeah,
my boy.
So awesome that they actually made him. And this Sand Trooper up here
Yeah,
was my favorite figure for a very long time because I
love that he could hold it in both hands.
yeah. And
At
I
the
was just
time, that wasn't a thing.
absolutely tickled that they finally
Yeah.
had an orange pauldron on one of the
Yeah.
stormtroopers. Absolutely loved it.
It's good.
Yep. There's your Kiadimundi.
Yep, it definitely is him.
Biggs. One of the first. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think, is that the one that came with the? It was exclusive to the carrying case.
Biggs? No, I think Wedge was exclusive.
Oh, it was Wedge. No, you're right.
Yeah,
it was Wedge.
and Wedge was on the other crappy body because the first Luke pilot that got released had the weird, had a bit more muscle tone to it.
True.
And when Biggs came out, he had a much more natural physique. And that was one of the first custom figures I ever made. Was I bought an extra Luke and an extra Biggs and swapped the Luke head onto the Biggs body.
Smart.
And it just immediately felt so much better. It just looked so much better.
Oh, there it is over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Which
this is
I never actually noticed. That's his snow speeder outfit, not his
Snowspeeder
X-wing
outfit.
outfit. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's He-Man Luke right in front of him.
Yep. And Return of the Jedi He-Man Luke.
Mm-hmm. Some good stuff in there. This is still a good fet, for what it is, for its era, for its time.
That's the 2-pack.
There's something just honestly charming about them now though,
yes,
that is
agreed.
it's just there. Vintage toys have the nostalgia thing that gets you in the feels, but these, at least for me, these were the first kind of, I am closer to being an adult, and now I can buy, now I can go drive around with my friends and find
hunt this
these
stuff.
and go hunt them, and at the time they were the thing that was bringing up the nostalgia of the stuff that we loved. This particular line is so very different than anything.
Yes,
anything
I
else.
agree with you. I agree.
I never thought about it like that. This might have been the first toy line that was banking on nostalgia.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
other than G.I. Joe, I guess.
But G.I. Joe had just ended. G.I. Joe started in 82 and ended in 94. This starts in 95 and is drawing on nostalgia from just 10 years earlier.
10 years ago.
That's it. The original Star Wars lines, Ewoks and droids and stuff, went to 86. So it was not that long. And at the time, it felt like it had been an eternity.
It felt like forever.
Half my life.
Yeah.
And I think for anybody that was collecting, original Star Wars figures, we were all out before droids and Ewok, it was sort of a very, I remember searching for vintage Star Wars figures at the flea market and being excited to find an R5D4, and I was just oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh, it's 25 cents because it's in a box of, a bunch of other stuff. And then these coming out and just, driving around with friends and being excited about this and buying Toy Fair magazine to see what the next things were.
Yes.
There's just a very
exciting time to be collecting. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Bitter Troll, that Emperor on the left there is I think one of the only ones, but that is the Power of the Force 2. He's a traffic cone.
Yeah, and he's a really good figure for what he needs to be. He's exactly excellent figure. Same
thing with the Royal Guard next to him.
Yep. They were really good figures.
You don't have to worry about them falling over.
Nope. This Garindin back here in the back. What do they call him? Long Snoot. Yeah.
Long Snoot, yeah.
Another figure that Black Series is lacking.
100% needs.
Again, first time ever made in a line. It was really nice to just put him there with your vintage figures, even though the quality was a little better. He would have had a vinyl cape back in the day.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, there were a couple that we talked about, but the only one they made a big deal about was Tarkin. Like that had a sticker on the bubble.
Yes.
It was like first time ever in the
Yeah.
line, but
Yeah.
that wasn't like the first time they did that.
Yeah, I think Tarkin and Jabba's prisoner Leia.
Yeah.
It said slave Leia at the time.
Slave Leia. Yeah.
Both of those I think had
it
first
said
time.
it said Princess Leia as Jabba's prisoner. It specifically said.
Oh,
that.
did it? Okay.
It did. Yeah.
I definitely
That's
have a
Snuva.
carded one around
Yeah.
here somewhere of both
You
of those because of that.
Sent me one.
Oh, did I?
You sent me a carded
Oh,
one
God.
in the box. It's in my closet.
Nice. Nice. Chewbacca as Snuva.
He might be one of my
whatever.
most wanted figures in the
So
Black Series.
stupid. I've always hated that. I've been around Star Wars long enough to have said, this is not my Star Wars. You're ruining my childhood. This is dumb.
I love that he could plug his axe in his back. Like there wasn't a lot of weapon storage back in those days, so it was a big deal.
Yeah. And these are both buff Chewbaccas next to a buff Han Solo. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all these buff dudes.
I wish you. Oh, that's not the Buff Lando. The Buff Lando is probably one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Buff Lando is buff. There's no
buff. He's like super. He's like protein powder.
I always loved this this Weequay
The
here.
Weequay?
Love that figure. I don't know why he's holding that part of his vibro staff thing.
That is weird. It's a weird way
So
to
he
hold
shouldn't
it.
be holding it there. This Lando skiff I always thought was great. That prune
Mhm.
face is great. I don't care for the Bib Fortuna, but that and you know this Kiadamundi came out a few years later, but that's still a great figure. Like,
Yep.
a lot of good stuff in there. In fact, this basic Padawan Obi-Wan here with the robes,
Yeah.
that's a good figure too. And I love this Bespin Luke.
He was one of the first ones that had hand articulation.
Yes,
because his hand was
because you could pull his hand off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that they sculpted in his little his flap
Yeah.
on his pocket here being torn, even though it's like indistinguishable unless you zoom in on it real far. I love that line. It was a great line to be collecting at the time. Just a lot of fun to follow it. This is just another angle.
Yeah.
And
I
in fact,
specifically remember after school getting in my friend's car, driving to Toys R Us. Look at that.
that's a buff dude. I think Rob Liefeld was involved with that one.
I
Yeah.
forgot the Rebel
That guy's got the
was so
tickets to the
buff.
gun show.
It looks like the Rob Liefeld
Totally
Captain
does.
America.
The Captain America. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I remember going into the Toys R Us and being surprised because they had like the latest wave of Phantom Menace figures. It was like the Destroyer Droid and Yoda, and like stuff that didn't come out on like opening night or whatever. So I was like, yeah, it felt so cool that I got the latest ones.
Totally.
Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah, he might be the record. Like, I don't remember him being that big. He is
I don't either.
huge.
I don't know if it's the angle or what, but man.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did they lose that fight? Look at those
Yeah.
guns.
I do remember taking his vest off and giving it to I think it was the Han Solo that came with the carbonite block, because regular Han Solo here
Yeah.
has his vest and the
Sculpted
carbonite
one,
one
yeah.
doesn't. And
Yeah.
I remember taking that vest off and putting it on the other figure.
I never
Again,
thought to do that.
Simple
That
part
was-
swaps customs.
Yeah.
This Bosk is still a fantastic figure. Dengar's
Sure.
not bad. I love this Bouch. Say Bouch or Bausch?
I say Bausch, but I don't know.
Bausch?
I've heard of both. Bausch? Bousher? Bosch?
Bosch.
Like, how else do you pronounce Boush?
Bouch.
H.
Bosch.
Bouch.
No, Bausch.
Bouch.
Bausch.
Bausch.
This is good. This is all
I
good
say
audio.
Bausch.
It's all good audio for me to work with later.
Don't be such a Bausch.
Yeah. We got some very expensive vintage Masters of the Universe figures here.
I remember rooting around in my friend's toy box and like picking up that what's her name? The bird girl.
Sorceress?
Princess
Sorceress, thank you.
Princess Sorceress.
I kept saying
Got me.
princess in my I remember picking up the sorcerer and go, I don't want to play with the girl, and like tossing her. And then here she is for like $200.
Yeah, as long as she's got that staff and
Yep.
she's in nice, colorful, white condition.
Looks like that staff is it broken, or is it supposed to have one of the wings kind of?
I think it's tucked under Battle Cat's
Oh, I see.
helmet
Okay,
there.
Yeah.
And then pretty standard
Scare
pricing
Glow.
for Scare Glow.
Jesus.
Yeah. That flocked Panther needs a Somebody needs to hit that with some tape.
Yeah.
Get all that dust off of him. Thunderbirds. And then whatever these things are. These things are cool. Little mission packs, little UFOs with little action figures and stuff. Mega Rig, Alien Quest. Some Hot Wheels. Cool display box there.
Matchbox on there.
I'm sorry, Matchbox.
Thank you.
Cool box.
Please don't eat the gum.
Please
I
don't
didn't
eat
see that sign.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Smart.
Yeah, probably a good idea not
It's a
to.
good idea not to eat that.
Yeah,
gum,
you want some baby Legend of the Lost dinosaur cards?
Oh, like from the movie Baby? Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
I
Was
don't.
that
I
movie-
definitely haven't seen it in probably 35 years.
Yeah,
but
Oh,
I
it was-
remember liking it at the time.
I was that movie and the movie with like the experimental like chimpanzees where they go to space or
Project
whatever.
X.
That's it.
Yep. Matthew
So we got-
Broderick in that.
Star Trek, Beetlejuice, Fleer 91, some Batman 89,
Nice.
New Kids. Yep, there's the baby cards. Magnum PI over here looking like Tony Stark.
It does look like Tony Stark.
Moonraker, Michael Jackson with another Please Don't Eat the Gum. RoboCop, Superman. I should have bought some of these.
I was gonna say, why didn't you buy?
I'm a
any of these? At
dummy.
least a pack each.
Alf?
I would have got at least one pack each
Alf's back in card
In-
form.
in card form.
Yeah, I definitely should have bought some of these Superman cards. That's just whoops. That's just I'm a dummy. Should have bought those Superman cards and RoboCop. Come on, man, they were right next to each other. And Magnum PI. Oh, God.
If only you
Right.
could go back in time, Dan.
There's probably some place closer than Canada that sells those.
No, this is it. This is the only place.
So those are the only pictures I took at Treehouse Collectibles. We will get to our haul here momentarily. The next place we stopped, and I thought I took a picture of the outside, but I guess I
You did
didn't.
because you sent it to me.
Didn't I?
You did.
That might have been the other one. There was we ended up there was two Toys R Us's that we saw. We only went into one of them, and I thought I took a picture of the outside of this one, but I guess I didn't. But hey, look, it's Toys R Us. How about that?
It is Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Looks just like it smelled like Toys R Us when I went
It
in. And
Absolutely smelled like Toys R Us.
that was the thing I wasn't expecting to like miss the most.
Mm-hmm.
Was like the Toys R Us smell. I never realized it had a specific smell.
Yeah. Who prices things like this?
$13.17.
$13.17. Yeah, we want to mark it down, but not that
that's
far.
The sale price. They can't help it if their percentages
If
work
it's
out
like a
that way.
percentage, yeah.
I guess.
At least
Yes.
so you went in Toronto when I went in Montreal, and that's very heavily like French speaking. So everything
Yeah.
was in French. All the signage was in French, and it felt like I was in a different country. I mean, I was in a different country actually. So it just felt
Planet
like
France. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is their Masters of the Universe, Dungeons and Dragons, Indiana Jones, G.I.
It's like
Joe
clearance.
stuff. Most of the stuff there had clearance prices on it.
Oh,
The
clearance.
selection was not great. They really didn't have much stuff. That was sort of the thing. I was messaging you while I was there, just like,
Yep.
I want to buy something, but I can't
Yeah.
find anything that I actually can justify buying.
Yeah.
That said, this guy made a case. for
Oh
himself.
man.
Yeah,
Mimic.
no, that guy and the guy right next to him.
The
both
guy-
wanted
this
to come home.
gelatinous
Yeah,
cube. Look
both
at that
of those
face.
guys wanted to come home with me bad.
Well, and the gelatinous cube, look, it has bones inside of it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's
Come
so
on, what are you
freaking cute.
doing?
It's
So
so
now I don't
Uh,
believe. Oh, of course, it was $80 though. Or 80,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I
didn't
wouldn't have
buy
bought it. I wouldn't have bought it for $80.
Oh, this is the chunky dragon. I didn't even notice that.
Oh,
They're so cute.
I want to go watch that movie again.
It's a good movie.
It's like I watched it
we
like
watched
5
it not
times.
that long ago. Yeah.
Like last year.
And then all this Motu stuff, it was like, well, if I wanted it, I already have it. You know, I have this too
Sure.
bad. I didn't really want the rest of it. And same thing with all the Star Wars and G.I. Joe. It's like, well, if I wanted it, I already got it. So there's nothing there for me to buy. You know?
Definitely don't want that Tiger Force bike.
No,
That's awful.
no.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want this version of Black Chrysanthemum.
No. What kind of Disney ass shill would buy that chrysanthemum? Like what
And make a vi-
person would
make a
just
video
waste
about
their
it,
money
yeah.
and make a video about it?
Yeah, it really, I was just like, I want to buy something. I have money. I want to give it to you, but nothing there. They did have a lot of Super 7 reaction figures, which was really weird. We saw a lot of Super 7 figures at the toy stores, the independent stores, and at Toys R Us, which was a real surprise. I don't know if that speaks to them buying them because they thought they were good sellers, or if they're ending up there because they're now clearance price because nobody can sell them for original price. I don't know.
I didn't know there were Xena reaction figures.
There you go.
Also didn't know there was a Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There you go. Everything you could possibly hope for.
Yep.
$40 for Wolverine. That's a little steep. Can we put that on clearance?
I mean, that's still, I'm just mathing it out here. That's probably still like $32, maybe 30, closer to $30.
Yeah, it's too steep.
But still, it's too steep.
We grabbed a picture of this because I assume this has been on every Toys R Us.
Yeah,
for sure.
That is
building in the US.
Like that kid. That kid is 46 now.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
And so we crossed back over into the United States of America, and this shop was in, what was the name of the town? Tonawanda.
Yeah.
Tonawanda. They are in Tonawanda, New York. It is called That 80s Toy Shop. Vintage and modern toys, action figures, and collectibles. This was their sort of outside the shop. They had the Kenner sort of banner around the windows with Henry Cavill, Superman, punching at you. And then right when you walk in,
did you say Cavill?
Cavill? How do you pronounce it?
I always say Cavill, but I kind of like Cavill.
I don't know.
I'm
gonna have him on the show.
Ask him. He says it. Yeah.
Has he been on Hot Ones yet?
Maybe. I'll go check.
This was the sort of end cap right when you walk in. You got some brand new Black Series figures. Are those brand new? Is that brand new?
They're new for this year. Oh yeah, they're all pretty new. Yeah.
They're again.
They're at least current to the last couple months.
Yeah, I just saw a drop box at Walmart that had the Acolyte figures in it.
Yeah, all
those characters that may or may not have made it through the show.
I don't know if any of them did.
I got some classified.
Hey, Kato.
We got some more reaction. That weird Fantastic Four Legends set, the 2-packs. Man, just seeing those on a shelf, that's neat.
Yeah, that's weird to see that on a shelf for sure.
I absolutely had a toy box. It was a cardboard box. Yeah, we had a toy chest very, very early on, but mostly it was just a giant cardboard box.
One of my mom's friends was like a carpenter, and he made us like a wooden like toy chest with like a lid and stuff. It was awful because we could keep everything in, and to find anything, you have to pull it all out, and then your mom would get mad at you, like clean up, and I'm like, I have to put everything back in the toy box. And if you want to find something, you got to pull it all back out, and it was a hassle.
Terrible. Yeah. Look at this. They got the Razor Crest just sitting on the bottom shelf there.
Just sitting there. Oh my God, it is.
Yeah. I think it's supporting the rest of the shelves. They're like, we need this to be higher. Bring that Razor Crest down. Put it on top of it.
We'll prop it up.
I got an end cap of vintage collection here. Not
nice.
bad. We almost bought this. This is the tiniest.
Oh my God, it's so tiny.
The tiniest Baby Yoda I have ever seen.
It's a whittle.
So
Baby
tiny.
Yoda.
Like we have the vintage collection or the retro collection one, and I thought that one was tiny, but the vintage collection one is super tiny.
It's like a half an inch. It's like so little.
Like I don't even know how they can charge for even this much. This should have been a Gashapon thing. This should have been like
sure.
a 25-cent machine. You just get that. Like,
get out of a Lucky Egg machine.
Yeah. Some good figures here. They had a lot of stuff. A lot of vintage collection stuff here. The choking hazard. It might be too small to choke anyone.
Honestly, you could just swallow it.
Yeah, I almost bought this. They almost tricked me into buying this.
You mean by just having it on display?
Exactly. Yeah. Where it should be. Yeah.
Right. How dare you?
Whole shelf, whole display here of retro collection,
Yeah.
which is neat to see. It's neat.
Sure.
It's just a neat thing to see. And I like the retro collection. I'm not a completist. I have this amazing chopper figure with the sort of printed on decal look so that it really looks like, you know, the old R5D4, R2D2. I have this Ahsoka. I have Mando. I don't think I have Fennec Shand. I don't think I have Chrysanthemum. Obviously, I have that Fett. But I really like that line. I hope they keep doing it. I almost bought, back here is Morok. Is that his name? Snake Eyes guy?
Whatever, yeah.
I almost bought him, and I do still want to get him, regardless of what role he played in Ahsoka. I still think it's cool character design and liked the look of the figure, especially in vintage retro collection. And I just love the, you know, the variety of characters that they made. Like Ned, he got a retro figure and a Black Series, and just it's cool. I like that line. It's fun. Also, this guy was the expanded universe.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
the old EU figures. I never got any of those, and I always wanted them, but I never saw them in stores.
Yeah, these were only like $15-20. I was surprised they weren't more expensive.
Yeah.
Las Mujeres, yes, modern figures made to match that sort of retro style.
Yes.
The number one complaint I've seen about them is that they aren't vintage looking enough, that some of them still have too much detail or paint apps or whatever. And it's like, all right, again, we're back to people just can't be happy. Yeah. Like it's incredible that they're doing this kind of stuff. I think it's really, really neat that for years I've been saying, I wish they had done the prequel characters in this retro collection style, and they finally got around to doing it. And I didn't buy any of them, but I was like, you did the right thing.
You're just happy they exist.
Yeah. I thought it was a good business move that they should have done 30 years ago. This is just looking down the wall, but it's just neat to see this kind of stuff, you know, in store. Yeah, maybe you missed it online. You can just pick it up in the store. These army builders, you got a Power of the Force episode 1 Mace Windu here. These old 2-packs from Rebels era.
Yeah. You know, there's something to be said about finding something physically, like ordering online. There's so many times where I would never buy something because it's online, like I don't want it enough. But like if I saw it in person, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pick that up.
How many times have I messaged you and said, if those Street Fighter 2 figures, the Jada figures, were in stock at Target, I would probably grab one every time I walked in.
Yeah.
But taking that extra step to order them online gives me the option of saying like, no, I really shouldn't spend this money. And so I don't buy them.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you want to make your joke?
No, that's okay.
We got a whole wall of Black Series here. Some good, some bad.
I mean, they got that hard to find Lando down there, I see. So that's good.
Yeah, it's very hard to find that Lando for sure. This Lando is hard to find. Bendy Lando.
Is that Bendums? Oh man.
Exactly. Just toys, yeah.
I never got the appeal of Bendums.
No, they're not good. There never was a time where they were good.
But there was a time when they were all that there was.
It's true.
1994. More vintage collection stuffs. And then we got Turtles on the left and Transformers on the right, as well as some Gundam down here. They had, again, one of the Gundam Universe figures. It's the same one that they had at Sergeant Red's.
Yeah. There have been a couple of those I wanted to pick up, but like I feel like every time I buy it, I'm always disappointed by it.
Yeah, I ended up, I've actually gotten rid of most of the ones that I got, and I've stopped buying the newer ones. I thought for sure I was going to get the Death Scythe Hell custom from Endless Waltz, but just the compromises they have to make to keep it at that price point and to fit it in the box. It's just like even Death Scythe Hell, like the selling point of that suit is those bat wings that are just like, you know, and the wings are cut down so far that I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. Yes, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, it's the Rocketeer. A lot of Super 7 stuff in this store as well. You got your Voltron right here and more to come. Well, there's all reaction figures right here on the shelf. Model kits, other stuff. It's cool. Lego Y-Wing up here. Some Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica.
Man.
There's the Galoob.
That Playmate Star Trek line that lasted like one wave.
This up here.
Was it that one? Yeah.
The larger figures, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this line went on forever. They made
That one went on
in that
forever.
line.
Yeah.
You can still get all of those figures for like $2, $3, $4,
They're dirt cheap. No one cares.
$5 tops.
Yeah.
I do like the Gundam Universe line. I love that they did it. I love that there are 6-inch sized, pretty well detailed Gundam figures out there for people who aren't really into building the model kits and just want to have, a nice display of Gundam figures. But I decided that for me, I was just going to go ahead and get the Robot Spirits versions and make that my sort of main Gundam pursuit. Although I still have probably 6 or 7 of the Gundam Universe figures, just my favorite suits. And if they ever do like Buster Gundam, I'll probably grab that one.
It reminded me a lot of the MSIA.
Yeah, for sure.
But the MSIA line was so much better because
it was, yeah.
Despite being old and smaller, like it still came with all the stuff. And I feel like every Gundam Universe figure is missing something, or like something's wrong with it. Like I've not gotten one where I've been happy with it.
Yeah. Well, and ultimately, your ambassadorship is over already, but I heard no news of an international incident.
And you won't. That's how international incidents should work.
Snuck in, snuck out. You had your chance to catch me at the border twice and you failed. Then one of my main issues with the Gundam Universe line is no thigh cut, no thigh swivel.
Yes.
That really limits their articulation. And then on most of them, if you really want to get any forward leg movement, you have to take off the armor plates that are hanging down off their skirts to get that sort of positioning. And that's like, I don't want to have to do that. Like, it's very obvious that I took those parts off. But I still have a few. I still have Wing Zero custom from Endless Waltz. I still have RX-78-2. They never did like Gun Tank or Gun Cannon. Like those are my. You got to do the trilogy.
Yeah, the trio. Yeah, stupid. I have the 5 main Gundam Wing, and then I've got the 08 GM head that they released.
Yeah. The Easy 8. Yeah,
the Easy 8. That was it.
Yep. I have the regular Death Scythe. RX-78-2. I have a few others. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Okay. Was it God Gundam or whatever?
Oh, yeah. I had Strike Gundam, but I was disappointed they never made the actual accessory packs, the wings or the rifle or the sword. I'm looking at my shelf here to see if I have any others out on display. I don't think I do.
I think I've been to them. I don't have any on display anymore.
I do not. Carded Cyborg back here, which is ridiculous. Carded Red Tornado, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, Superman, Lex Luthor. Got some Mighty Max. My brain just short-circuited for a second there. I was like, I don't even know. Master Gundam. Master Gundam is a very good Gundam Universe figure. I love that figure. So good. Street Shark in here. We've got Tiger Sharks. Look at this guy. He's like, what am I doing? What is going on? I have no idea what's going on.
Looks like he's wearing a hat.
I have no idea. I'll bet you're wondering how I got here. I am too. Yeah. What a weird line. I don't know why this guy's over here. I guess they threw some Transformers over here. He should be over with that other guy. I think this is an entire Monstructor.
Yeah,
it looks like $650. It better be.
Yeah.
So the problem is with that one is like the 2 of them suffer from gold plastic syndrome pretty bad. So you should not spend that much money without inspecting it.
Yeah. One of the best scores I ever had at a flea market or a rummage sale was like a nearly complete Monstructor, but spread out over like 4 different bins of stuff that I
Oh, dang.
grabbed.
Yeah.
And it had 3. It was like nearly complete because it was actually like 3 of them, and there were absolutely 2 of those gold ones. One of them, you looked at it and it just like disintegrated in your hand.
That's a big problem for Toys around that time.
Speaking of disintegrating in your hands, I got the he meant Master Gundam. I got the Master Gundam at Ross, and the damn thing crumbled apart. Swore off the GU line after that. I haven't had any problems with mine. I haven't had any problems with breakage on any of them, but I have heard complaints like that before. What do you guys think of the new Street Sharks and Biker Mice from Mars figures? I'm not in on either of those lines. I have no nostalgia for the original lines. I didn't care about them then. Not interested in them now. I think you have the same story.
Same. I mean, I watched the Biker Mice cartoon when it came out, but I never watched or cared about Street Sharks, other than the fact that, I mean, as a rule, it's awesome, and I will never say otherwise. Like, Street Sharks as a concept on paper,
sure, yes, agreed,
is awesome.
Yes,
but I never got into either the toy. Was there a cartoon? I never got into any of it.
Yes, there was, for sure. And the live action commercials are pretty insane.
Yeah. But I did watch Biker Mice from Mars.
Second toy shop in a row that had prominently displayed Super Mario Brothers movie figures.
Look at that, Dennis Hopper here.
Yeah. Got some Rock Lords, Ed 209, Superion taking a nap.
He's so seepy.
He's tired. Ghostbusters skeleton hanging out with the turtles.
Oh no, that's a regular size playset.
Yeah, I don't know what this.
I saw the turtle van. I was like, is that a mini playset?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not sure what's going on there.
All right.
End cap full of Origins and the Filmation, the Super 7 Filmation figures and some Masterverse stuff. But I mean, just that display box is really awesome.
Sure.
Up top, the wonky faced Dolph Lundgren He-Man.
Oh, yeah.
I've had that in my cart on Big Bad twice, and both times I canceled it. And the last time was because we had just done something. We're talking about canon. I don't know. And I watched the movie again. Oh, it was for it wasn't for our show. It was for Toy Geeks when Jay and I were going through Masters of the Universe, and we had gotten to the episode about the movie. And so I watched the movie again, and I was really like, oh man, maybe that figure wasn't so bad. Maybe I'll go ahead and get it. And Big Bad had just put up like a, arriving soon stock. And I was like, I'll pre-order it. And then that face, man. And the ramen face, I don't feel like is that much better. It might be a little bit better, but it still doesn't look like Dolph Lundgren. So I just couldn't justify $30 for a figure that I only liked from the neck down.
It's Dorf Lundgren.
Yeah. I think it elevates it, but I don't think it elevates it that much. And yes, the body is bad.
Not enough to spend money on that, and
more for the head than for the figure. Yeah. No thanks. Got some G.I. Joe classified stuff, miscellaneous, all kinds of things, DC related. Got Batman Returns.
so glad
properly protected.
Yeah, you gotta protect that.
Yeah, it's shrink wrapped and in bubble wrap and in a plastic case. Yeah. Get your $5 rebate.
Have it behind the counter.
$75. I didn't even see that.
But it's sealed.
I wonder if
yeah.
I wonder if that all detergent coupon
still redeemable.
Yeah.
More miscellaneous, all kinds of stuff. I don't know what this is. Pushover, the piggyback marathon game. Never heard of that one.
Sure. I mean, it's Parker Brothers, so.
Yeah, I knew there's likeness rights there. Pretty obvious from how much it does not look like Dolph Lundgren. But come on, just spend the money. Get it done. I'm sure he has a price. I'm sure it's prohibitive, but it just looks terrible. End cap full of McFarlane figures. Oh, here it is. Bam. In the box.
Oh, Pee-wee's playset.
Yeah, look at this.
So good.
Comes with a scooter. Oh,
clearance, man. $10 on clearance.
Is that KB Toys or is that Toys R Us sticker?
I can't. I don't
see.
think it was either.
Fair enough.
All kinds of Cabbage Patch Kids. Got some Playmobil over there. Dukes of Hazzard, Lego, Black Pearl, whatever Starbright Sprinkles is. Light your room with my love.
Kate, what's Starbright Sprinkles?
That terrifying is what that
Okay.
is.
Fair enough.
I thought this girl had a tattoo on her arm, but it's just her.
It does look
bracelet
like that. Yeah.
This ridiculously awesome custom
coolest
display
thing.
case. Just super cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And the people at the shop said that they had bought it. What was it? They bought it from a customer?
Yeah, they bought it from so it was custom made. They bought it from the guy that made it like 15 years ago, and then he called them this year and asked if they still had it and that he wanted to buy it back, and they were like, no.
Yeah. Years later, he was like, "Hey, can I buy that case back from you?" And they're like, "What? Oh, no."
I mean,
That thing's awesome.
Just make another one.
They do have a Droids 3PO in here, right next to Mr. Hanky.
Oh, look at that.
I was just like, I'm just, sort of standing there gawking at it and looking at how cool it is. And Dan walked by and I was like, this is really cool. This would really work for you. And he was like, no way we have that many of the original
I'm not trying to
figures.
get that whole vintage collection.
And I'm like, dude, that's not what I was like, no, but the background should just be Boba Fett.
Just
and
Boba
you
Fett.
just
It's all
have
Boba Fett.
in there. And he
Yeah.
was like, oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
It does look like a price tag.
There we go. There's my boy on a Jedi card. How much do you think it was, Mike?
Carded? Oh, $250.
Oh, you're way low.
I would buy it. I would buy it for
I
that.
don't know.
$250, I'd buy it.
If
Yeah.
you find one.
No, I didn't get. I thought I took a picture of the back. I think it was
two for $250. Buy them both.
Yeah, it was $2,000, right, Kate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was $2,000.
Yeah, $2,000.
right.
Yeah,
So I was a little off.
a little off. A factor of 10. Yeah.
Did I say 250? I meant 250,000.
Yeah, you meant 2,050 is what
Yeah.
you meant. These are the Gentle Giant jumbo figures. I do have this one. In fact, it's on my shelf over there. It's just neat to see those. This is one of the few figures that I still do have the packaging for because what the heck?
Well, they made the packaging so that you could keep it. So
Yeah, exactly. Miscellaneous stuff. Got a WWF belt in there, or at least a World Heavyweight. I don't know that it's. Oh yeah, it is. It's got the WWF here. Some gems, some strawberry shortcake. You got. Can't see who that is. Shane Conlon, from the Buffalo Bills. Y-wing over here. A Furby.
That gem almost came home with me. She was
truly.
Really cool. Yeah, she was
That's
truly
outrageous.
Yes.
More reaction figures. Rocky, Willow, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but Witchblade and Lady Death. I mean,
if you need them,
they had a Fathom in there.
Get your Turbo Man, get your Captain Action, your Iron Giant, your Fist of the North Star, some tech decks, all kinds of stuff. Miscellaneous Marvel, more Black Series. So much Black Series. I was actually surprised how much Star Wars stuff they had in stock on display. And I wonder if that's because people actually do want to buy it and people actually it is a good seller for them, or if it's just like, we just need to fill the store up and that's what we can order.
We just had the space here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
This shop was neat because we were there a little bit later in the day, and there were lots of people in and out of the shop while we were there, and so that felt really healthy as far as like their business, like
absolutely.
It was neat because a lot of the time in like the little independent toy stores, it's very there don't seem to be a lot of people coming in when we're there.
You don't want it
So,
to be too quiet. Yeah.
yeah. So this was really, really cool.
For sure.
And it was a couple of kids too. There was like a dad and some probably like 10 or 12-year-olds. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's a good thing.
They're not old enough to be in there.
Do you have the Shark Tank figures yet? This is set 2 of 2. There's another set. This doesn't have
no Mark. Well, there's no Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark
here.
Cuban's not in here. That's why it's already gone. Somebody needed that
right.
Mark Cuban figure. They actually
Lost in Space movie.
To their credit, they did not have a lot of pops.
No, neither. Yeah. Yep.
Man, I was watching some YouTube video popped up of a guy. It was like a toy collector. As soon as I see a wall of pops behind him, I'm like, this guy is not a serious collector. And I can't take anyone seriously if they're surrounded by pops. Like that's.
What if they're surrounded by McFarlane figures?
That's almost worse, but not quite. At least they're actual toys.
Whole wall of Marvel Legends. Got some Mezco up here. Some Mafex.
Mafex, yeah.
Yeah. Neat, really neat selection. They had a lot of good stuff. Again, was kind of searching for something to buy. You know, like what I found is that I'm at a point in my collecting life where it's like, if I don't already have it, I don't really want it. You know, like I've either had it and already gotten rid of it, so I don't want it again, or I currently have it and I'm just waiting for something new to come out to buy something, you know. More Marvel Legends. Just to look at the whole shop. It was, again, really, really nice shop. Pretty well organized, clean, bright. All good stuff. Board games.
And these people were super nice too. Like this like there were I don't know 3 or 4 different people working, and so nice. So like this one person gave me like the names of 4 different toy stores that we could have hit in the area. Just went out of their way to be accommodating and helpful, and
so that's that. 2 shops and a Toys R Us, and I didn't really get that much. I got very, very little at the first shop, Treehouse Collectibles in Toronto, Ontario. The only thing I got was a vintage Boba Fett, just one. That's all I bought. Just the one guy. He's in really nice condition. I don't remember how much we paid for it, but I think.
Technically, I think I bought it, but that's okay.
Okay, cool. It was bought
you didn't pay anything for it. Great.
Yeah, no, it was good for me. Yeah. So we got that, and then at that same shop, Kate, you bought dice for some reason. I don't know why.
I like dice. I think they're cool. I just think they're neat. I like little things that I can put in my terrarium.
A couple of dice, and then you also grabbed Sprocket.
Sprocket
from Fraggle Rock. Yeah, he's not vintage. He's 2010. Which I guess, I don't know, it's 14 years old.
Kind of vintage.
Yeah, it's still kind of vintagey. But this will go on your shelf display back there. He's very soft.
Oh, he's so soft.
Super soft and just cute as heck.
Mm-hmm.
Over here. And then at Toys R Us, I didn't get anything. But Kate got a few things. We're not going to open all of this right now. But she did grab the Rainbow Bright. These are just the little $5 things. I think they sell these at most Five Belows as well. But I haven't been able to find Starlight or Rainbow Bright herself. So it was cool to grab Starlight. She bought a couple of mini brands. I think both of these are the books. Books. They're just tiny books. I think they actually have the words printed in them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I'm pretty sure those aren't books.
They do. They're so great.
There's books in them.
Around.
And then this is mini brands. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is World's Smallest, and it is Mrs. Toy Galaxy. Yes, now known as Kate-in-chat.
She rebranded.
She rebranded. We don't know what's in this one. It could have a tiny tech deck, Uno card, Slinky, Nerf, Trolls, Stretch Armstrong, Fisher Price, all kinds of stuff that could potentially be. Do you want me to open this one? I'll open this one.
Let's do it.
Let's
Gotta open one.
What are we doing here? Let me make myself big here.
There you
All
go.
right. Let's open this up. Is this the one? That was just all right. I'm being very careful with this, like it's precious. Like I gotta use my razor blade to open it. All right, inside. What did you get? You got a tiny little Hot Wheels car.
Little Hot Wheels.
Yes, it's so
Hot Wheels car.
cute.
I love the packaging, honestly. It's so the little like blister card. And I love that it's collection.
They're so great.
It's collector friendly. You can take the car out
Oh,
and
that's
then
fun.
put it back in. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, you got that
So
one.
just a micro machine, basically.
It's more like a what do they call them? Because there was micro machines, and then it was like micro machines nano or something. They're like
okay,
even
yeah.
smaller. Like you opened up the micro machine, and there was an even
And there's a
smaller
smaller
car
one, yeah.
inside. Yeah. This one is. Nope, you got the Fisher Price popcorn popper.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
That's a
something
good
you
one.
can put with your toys.
Oh yeah,
That's
this
like
will absolutely
the-
scale
Yes.
1/12
the
for sure.
best accessory. Yeah.
Yeah, this will absolutely this will scale
That's gonna live
perfectly.
with my spoops or with my
Yeah.
Oh my
Beachhead,
gosh. Yeah.
Actually, it'd be good if you have tripwire.
I do have to. He's in the back row of the shelf
Yeah.
here. I don't want to have to move everybody to grab it, but yeah, this would go great with tripwire for sure. You also got. They had like a giant bin out front that was just all of these like micro brands things. So this is another one, tiny things. This is a Mad Ball in here, and then probably some other stuff. This is like a tiny little red wagon and some other stuff.
Fun buying toys for your toys.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a collection that doesn't take up much room. And then these are two mini Barbie Land things that have like a doll or whatever inside.
Can you open that red one?
This one.
Yeah.
Do you care about the packaging?
No.
Let's see what we got.
Yes, actually.
Whoops. All right. How do you open this? You just okay.
You put it on your lips, man.
Oh, you just do it like an actual. You do it like
Yeah.
an actual lipstick thing. So you take this out.
Well, yeah, that's I
And
mean,
then
yeah.
you.
Oh, she's so pretty.
I don't know who that is. I think it's Barbie.
It's Barbie. Yeah.
It's a Barbie.
Yeah. Congratulations, you got Barbie.
Yay, I wanted
She's
Barbie.
probably-
I got Barbie.
She's probably Mighty Max sized or Polly Pocket. Roughly.
Yeah, she's just about fit like original Polly Pocket size.
Yeah,
like-
so you got all that stuff. And then at the other shop, that 80s toy shop, we got 2 more Boba Fett's.
Nice. So 3 Boba Fett's.
3 Boba Fett's, 1 from Canada, 2 from the US. These we got because I don't, if you know anything about the Boba Fett, you know that they don't need to be in good condition. So we're always happy to go to the shops, the dealers or whatever, and say like, give me your most beat up beaters. You know, if they're missing limbs, if they're scratched, if they're chewed up, whatever, those are the ones we'll take. And they're obviously priced way lower than, you know, regular market pricing. So, you know, this guy, especially with all the, you know, paint worn off his chest and just scratches and nicks all over him and stuff. You know, these are the ones that they don't really want to put out on the shelf. They want to be able to put out the mint condition ones that they can put $100 price tag on. So it was much better to get those 2. Counting these 3, I think this is 557, 558, and 559. I will definitely have that. I think I have 2 more that are at the office that have not been officially counted yet. So, but when the Boba Fett goes on display at Secret Galaxy Expo Sunday, October 20th, I will definitely have an accurate count, and it'll all be in the display case. I ordered a giant acrylic display case, custom made to fit the Boba set. So
if you bring Dan a Boba Fett for his Boba set, you get in for free.
that's true.
I mean, yeah. Come on.
That's true. 100%. I don't know if my business partners will agree with that, but I'll have to cash out for that, and that'll be fine. I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it.
I was gonna say
we're gonna get 500 people, and I'm gonna be like, well,
I felt pretty confident. Making
pretty
that
sure
statement.
that's actually the Guinness record now. I don't think anybody has 1,000. Yeah, exactly, Galaxy Champ, for sure. Well, that's it from us from here for our Canada excursion. It was fun to a couple of days over the border. We wanted to hit a lot more shops, but we only had 2 days. We only really had 1 day, half a day to go exploring for that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. But hey, if you know anybody that's running a convention or anything in Canada, I have a passport. Just invite me to the show.
Yes.
Hey, in fact, any country. Happy to
fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So all right, that's it for us. Thank you to everybody in chat for hanging out tonight and watching some more of our vacation photo slideshow.
I'm so sorry. It's bad, but I love them.
No,
yeah, they're really fun, and they come with like a little bookshelf that you can build. But if you're real hardcore, you'll just go out and buy your own dollhouse bookshelves.
Yeah.
And put them on there. The worst thing about these, though, is the packaging. It's so wasteful. All this stupid plastic packaging because they have to make it an experience while you open it up, and just stupid. But thanks again to everybody for hanging out in chat. We're gonna take off, call it a night. Mike, thank you very much for hanging out. Kate, thank you for hanging out. Have a good night.
Always a pleasure.
And that'll be it. We'll get the timing right. We still gotta work on it. It's fine.
I don't know what you
have a good night, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you maybe next weekend. We'll see. Who knows?
We'll see. It'll be a surprise.